Hey guys, it's Dan, your host for Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the final season so far. Out of the 16 of 24 episodes, I want to talk about my thoughts and why I personally feel like this does not feel like a final season of the series. Everybody, this one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead, and in today's video we're going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead, talking about The Walking Dead Season 11 and the final season as of late. We're talking about and discussing the first 16 episodes and why I personally feel like this does not feel like a final season as I expected. So, what do I mean by this topic? What do I mean when I address this? Well, this is what I'm talking about. Walking Dead Season 11 has had a very interesting run. We've had the first two parts of 3 of the final season. And I wanted to wait a little while to make this video because I didn't want to address this right away because I honestly, truly guys, I wanted to let this season kind of simmer for a bit. I kind of wanted to just kind of, keep 11B up here a little bit, just for a couple weeks. Really let it simmer, really let it just kind of sink in, and then come back and do this video. Because I had this initial thought after 11-16, and it's kind of never left me, to be honest. It's kind of always stayed with me, and it's really an eye-opener when 11B ended, that we only have 8 episodes of The Walking Dead. And then I started thinking, which is exactly what this video is, why I personally feel like this is not the final season. I feel like this is just another season. And I shouldn't think that. I shouldn't feel like that. And let me elaborate on what I'm talking about here. The Walking Dead Season 11 has been a great season. It has. It's been a really good season. Sure, it has its flaws. It definitely has its flaws. I mean, I am not the biggest fan of the Reaper arc, for example. I think that storyline definitely kind of tanked in the latter half of that arc. But whatever. It still has a lot of really good episodes and a lot of good story. And with 11A, I kind of gave it a pass. So I was like, it's only the first half. Like, we're going to get to the exciting stuff. This is a pretty decent setup for a final season. Part 2 came out. And this is when I started to realize that we were getting screwed over, okay? Now, I want to make something, I want to definitely specify something in this video. I am not here to hate on The Walking Dead. As a matter of fact, The Walking Dead is, in my opinion, the best show ever created. But that is not changing the fact that when I watch 11B, I didn't judge 11A. But when I'm watching 11B and I'm realizing that we're over halfway through this season, and we're more than halfway through. We've seen 16 out of 24 episodes, guys. Do you feel like you're watching a final season of The Walking Dead? And that's my point with this. I feel like this, season 11, it's been a good season. For an average, normal season, it's been good. If this wasn't the final season, I'd be sitting here saying, yeah, I like the season. It's pretty good. It may not be season 10, but it's a good season, But here's the thing. We have 8 episodes. And this is another thing that really started to make me realize this. When I'm watching 11C, when I'm watching these teasers, when I'm watching, the first look of this, final half, this does not feel like the end of the series. This does not feel like we're coming to an end. As a season, I think season 11 has done pretty well. As a final season and making me feel like it's ending and giving me that nostalgia of the early days of The Walking Dead, something that a final season typically should do, and giving us the characters that we've grown and loved since the beginning. I'm talking, yes, Daryl and Carol, but I'm also talking Rick. I'm talking Michonne. I'm talking Morgan, Some of these characters that we've watched for so many seasons are not here. And I think that's really what's starting to bother me with this final season. We have not heard Rick's name once. This entire season, we have not heard his name once. Let that sink in for a second. We never hear about Morgan. Michonne was mentioned once. You got me on that. But, we're not dealing with any of the plots that we should be dealing with in the final season. We dealt with a group of masked people. Okay, then they died. Then we were dealing with Commonwealth. where is, CRM? And where is Rick? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, okay, but Dan, you got to realize it's coming. It's coming in part 3. You got to be patient. Yes, but are you seriously telling me that we have to wait until the final few episodes before the real shit starts popping off? Is that what you're telling me? Because the way I look at this, I see a normal season. I see a normal season right here. I see your typical season 10 type quality stuff. Daryl and the others battling a group, Daryl and the others dealing with another settlement. I mean, it's the same shit, Whereas in a final season, this is what I mean by final season. This is what I would expect from a final season. Rick Grimes comes back. You find out that Pamela has actually been forced to work for the CRM. She had a daughter, okay? Let's say her daughter was killed by CRM. But now the CRM has taken her daughter. She's mad, but she has to fall in line. Commonwealth is actually a CRM outpost. And you figure out that she is actually scared shitless and she doesn't want to lose her town. You then bring CRM into the fold. You find out that what they're doing to try to stop the virus with the walkers, just like we saw in World Beyond. You then see Rick come into the fold. You then see, all these different things. You see Jadis come in. You want to make Jadis a villain in World Beyond? Good. Now do that on Walking Dead. This is the type of shit that I would appreciate seeing in a final season. Rick returning, seeing his family, seeing his kids, seeing everything like that. I don't care about movies. This is the show that started it all, and this is what the fuck I want to see. And I'm sick of this shit. Every 2 seconds, we're dealing with Daryl, or we're dealing with Max and Eugene's love story, for God's sakes. We're dealing with Pamela, who shows up for 2 fucking seconds. We're dealing with Super Mario-looking motherfucker that thinks he's all that. This is not a final season. It's not. And honestly, 11A, I defended it because I actually thought that it was a good setup. 11B does not feel like an ending. And when I'm watching this teaser for 11C, I do not feel like that we're leading towards an end. I feel like we're leading towards the next season. There's a season after that. It doesn't look like an ending to me, And I think a lot of the reasons why is because we're not getting nostalgia. I don't feel nostalgic, do you? I mean, I feel like we're just dealing with another storyline with the Commonwealth. I feel like we're just dealing with something else that'll be beaten by the end of the season, And we're not dealing with plots that have been dragged out throughout this entire show. Where's Jadis? Where's Rick? Where is this settlement? CRM, stuff like this. Morgan and these classic characters that we've been dealing with for all this show. It just feels like it's not an ending. It feels like another season. And that's what's driving me nuts. So I had to do this video, I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments that are going to say, oh my God, Dan, you're just bitching. Look, I wish I wasn't. I really wish I wasn't. And I honestly held back on this video for a while because I knew that this would probably start up a huge fucking argument, But I really am disappointed. I really am. Like I said, season 11, as a season, I like it. I think it's good. I think it's good TV. As a final season, they're letting us down. And honestly, just for 11C to maybe the last few episodes have something, this does not feel like a final season. And I'll tell you what this feels like. It feels like a ploy. It feels like a ploy to set up these spinoffs, the Daryl show, the Maggie and Negan series, and whatever other happy bullshit they want to do after this. And seriously, all it is set up for that. When Talking Dead comes out with 11/24, when that series finale airs, I am going to call this now, and I guarantee you this is what it's going to be. Gimple is going to be on there, and he's going to say, well, guys, the miracle thing is, The Walking Dead isn't over. It's far from over. This isn't the end at all. That's why it didn't feel like an ending. We're going to see Maggie and Negan going on this mission in New York. I mean, you were going to explore the world and so many other places written by these amazing people that make this show. And we may even check in with our characters on Fear the Walking Dead. Our cast is going to all these new places. I mean, they could meet up at some point. So keep watching our franchise because we're going to have all that. Fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you. Like, honestly, I am so sick of this bullshit. Walking Dead, I don't care if you were supposed to see Rick only when that movie happens in 2029 or something, I want to see the ending that the fans deserve, 11 years we've supported this show. 11 years. And I love this show to death. And it pains me to do this video. But honestly, where the fuck is our final season material? Seriously. We haven't had deaths. We haven't had, like, much tension at all, you know? We're dealing with Mr. Smiley Face, Lance Hornsby, which, don't get me wrong, he's a good villain. But, like, it still doesn't feel like I'm watching a final season. It really doesn't. So, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you feel the same way I do? Do you feel frustrated? Do you kind of feel like me where you like season 11, but you feel like it's not a final season type quality, you know? And make sure you guys understand the difference. Season 11, I like. Season 11 as a final season, I don't like it. I really don't. So far, 11C, you better bring it. Because honestly, as a Walking Dead fan, as someone that has watched the show since they were 9 years old, an obsessed kid over this show, I can honestly say I am very disappointed in this final season. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this. Let me know, and that is it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.